G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to do 4 bloom coasters for you today. And I'm going to use my piping bag, but I'm just going to do kind of waves today. So we'll see how that goes. So the first thing I want to do, I want to try and do like a turquoise on the outside. So I'm going to just put some of my resin in here. It's been sitting for 20 minutes, so it's getting nice and warm. Well, it's warm-ish. It's not hot yet. It is the Platinum Art Coat. So I wait for between 30 and 35 minutes to pour. So that's about, do I need that much? About half a cup. It's about half a cup in there. And then I'm in this little cup here, I'm going to put, that's going to be for my white. I'm just going to put 40 grams in there. That'll be for my piping bag. So, okay, so that's for the white. That's for the blue. So I'm going to use this. This is the Ranger ink and it's turquoise. Give it a good shake. You probably don't even need that much. I want a little bit of blue around the outside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what 5 looks like. Not very dark at all. Oh gosh. I find that the Ranger inks aren't as bright as some of the others. I'm just going to give a squirt. I'm not going to worry about counting drops. We'll just do a squirt. So I just want this to have like a slight blue sort of tinge to the background, or a teal, sort of a turquoisey colour. Maybe a little bit more. All right, so that's that one. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of this around the outside. So I've got another like 10 minutes to wait before I need to start piping. So this is where I just take my time to put what I want to put on the outside or whatever I want to do. So I'm going to put my stick. Where am I going to put my stick? I'll just put it there. All right, so I'm just going to go around the outside. Now this is my 12 centimeter or 5-inch coaster mold. Just want a little bit around there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my clear into the center. So if you can get a bit closer, you get a much nicer line. So then I'm going to pour my clear into the center. And so hopefully I'll still have a clear center, but have a little bit of color on the outside. Okay, so I shouldn't have put that last little bit back in the cup. I needed it. So I needed half a cup. Right, let's pour a little bit more back in here now. Tiny bit. I'm not going to be able to match the colour now, am I? Do a bit of a squirt there. Ah, it's always the way. Just a bit light still. Doesn't matter if it's not exact. So yeah, I just thought I'd try something a little bit different because well, you know, I do try and do as many different things as I can for you guys because we don't want to get bored watching the same things over and over, do we? Is that about right? Does that look about right? Okay, so that's the turquoise. And I really like orange and turquoise together, so I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to put a little bit of black crushed glass in the center to make it kind of look like the center of a flower. I would have preferred to have like a smaller sort of grain, I suppose, but I've only got these chunky ones, so I'm going to use those. All right, so that's for my white. This is the rest of my clear. Just pour that in. Now you just got to remember not to fill your molds up too much because you need to allow you know, for your paste. And also, if you do decide you want to do a top coat, you need to have a little bit of space for that. But I'm not doing a top coat on these. Oops, you're already full. See how that one's already spread? Yeah, I'm not doing a top coat on these. So I did make up 125 grams of A and 115 grams of B. And I thought that would be just enough. Just enough. I wonder if I've got enough left over. Come on, down you come. Down you come. Might just have enough to do the little heart. There we go. All right. I've got a little bit left in here too. Gotta make sure I don't fill that up too much either. Right, I've got to keep an eye on the time. It is 1:40 and I need to be piping at 1:50. Okay, so I've got 10 minutes, maximum of 10 minutes. So give that a bit of a torch for some bubbles, just lightly. You can torch again in a couple of minutes when the bubbles have come up. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of the black. Oh gosh, in the center. Of course it never goes in the center, does it? It's all right, I'll just push it into the middle. I keep a little spoon in there so it's handy to use. All right, let's just kind of push that in. I think sometimes the bigger pieces kind of look a little bit more natural, because when I've used the really tiny ones and they just all clump together and they just look like a big round blob, whereas the chunkier stuff I think tends to look a bit nicer. So I'm just basically wetting it all. Hopefully it's not too chunky that it doesn't poke up through the top. Just trying to wet it all. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop my ink and then I'm going to mix my white, just so that my ink can have a chance to kind of spread a bit. Hopefully that's all kind of centered. All right, so that's that one. Now, like I said, I like orange and turquoise together. I think they look really pretty. So this is, it's not a dark orange, it's not a dark teal. So this one's called Peach Bellini, also by Ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll see how much it spreads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because the Ranger inks I find aren't very dark. They're not very concentrated. So I find that I just have to add a little bit more, which is okay as long as you know these things. Now the white is the Just Resin titanium white. I'll give that a stir. So I've got 40 grams of resin. It's about 1.5 ounces. I'll wipe the top, wipe the bottom. I'll wipe the sides. We'll see how that looks. I won't put the lid on just yet, because a lot of the paste gets stuck to the stick. And like, you know me, I don't like to have it too opaque, because A, it's heavy, the white is heavy and it sinks. And also I like that really transparent sort of ethereal look. Now I'm going to just put that aside and grab a clean stick just for a minute, so I can have a little look, because you can't see, if you can see through onto the stick, if your stick is covered in white paste, can you? Nope. Okay. Needs a really good stir though, because it can be quite streaky. I think that looks good, yeah, because before it was, I could still see white streaks. I'm just going to mix this a little bit more with this stick and wipe a little bit more onto the side, get a little bit more off that. Like sometimes I have it so transparent I can't even see the petals very well, so I just don't want to do that again. And I've got 5 minutes now before I have to pipe. And oh, alcohol ink. I'm just going to add 6 drops, if I can get the lid off. 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the Pinata Blanco Blanco. Not that you can see it very well anymore. It's very, very well covered. And of course, being a white ink, it's also heavy, so it's going to make my white more opaque. But I think it also helps with the flowing, because it helps it sort of rise to the surface because it's got the ink, the alcohol in it. So I think that will be perfect. I'm not going to put any stones in that one because it's too small. Right, let's pop the white into the bag. I don't normally pipe with so much. I usually only do 30 grams, but I thought, oh, I've got 4 coasters. I'm probably going to need 40 grams, like 10 grams each. And, you know, I'd rather have a little bit more than run out at the last minute. It'd be awful, wouldn't it? Which has happened to me. I have run out. Okay, so it's just a little piping bag that I buy on eBay. They come in 3 different sizes. I get the small ones, and then I chop the tops off them anyway because I don't need them to be quite that big. So there we go. Feels warm, it's not hot. I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to put you on pause just for 4 minutes. And I'm just going to wait until I get to my 35-minute mark. Now this had an orange ring around the side there. See how it's almost vanished. So this is what I was saying about the Ranger inks. They really don't hold their colour. I'm going to do another 5. See if that'll spread a little bit better. Because you can see where it was, and now it's just, it's gone. All right, so I'm up to 35 minutes. Oh, my dogs are barking. My daughter's here for the weekend, and well, she's about to pack up and leave, but my dogs can obviously see her dogs. So they're barking. All right, so that's feeling a little bit warmer now, and we're at the 35-minute mark. So just snip I don't know, can you see that's about 4 millimeters, 4 to 5 millimeters wide. So your white should just be sort of dripping down slowly. It shouldn't be all gushing out. If it's gushing out, then it's too thin. You need to wait. All right, so let's see if I can do this. I have in my mind what I want to do, but whether or not I can actually do it, I don't know. So I'm just going to try this. Little wavies. I have done this before with the, I think it was a gold background, like a gold mica powder. But it was a very long time ago. So we'll see. Oops, I don't know if I'm in the middle there. I'm just giving it a little bit of pressure with my thumb just to get the white to sort of come down a little bit thicker. Whoops. Trying to do little squiggles. Go right up to the edge of the coaster. Just be really careful not to touch the side of the coaster mold, otherwise the white kind of sticks to it and then it doesn't pull in properly. from the edges because this part of it's stuck. And also by doing this, you don't stop and start and stop and start. So hopefully you don't get like, you know, blobs. And that's basically it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to pull the stick through it. I just want to see what it'll look like because, you know, the petals aren't like even. And some are sort of going to be overlapping each other and some aren't. And I just think it's going to look, hopefully it'll look really pretty. So let's wind this up. Should have enough just for one more. This is all I did, the 40 grams. Make sure you tuck that in there too so that it doesn't drag into your resin and make a mess. So I guess if you're not really good at piping petals, you may want to do just a wiggle because, you know, if your hand's shaking or it's not terribly straight, it don't matter because it's supposed to be wiggly. Oops. Gee, maybe I needed a bit more. Just need to put a little bit more in there. I think I touched the coaster side there. Okay, that's it. Now these two just need a little bit of a circle like so. And that's it. Oh, the center. Oh gosh, have I got enough white? Let's see if I've got enough white for the center. I'm just going to do follow the shape because I haven't got much left. That one's just going to be a bit of a mess, isn't it? I might just use my stick to just sort of... Look, I've got these tiny little cute sticks. That's the regular size, and then there's that. Look, cute little one. Yeah, I don't know. Do something with him. Okay, so that's it. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to wipe off my sticks. Don't know that I haven't got a lot of peach in there, have I? Really wanted more peach. I wonder if it's too late to add it now. I wonder. It didn't spread as much as I wanted it to. If I do that, it'll actually spread a bit more. I don't know. I wanted it to spread more, but don't know. I guess maybe I can do this. I don't know if it makes any difference, like if you can add it later. I don't know. We shall see, hey? I just wanted the two colours to sort of blend together a little bit more. It's only resin. If it doesn't work, it's okay. Do it again. We'll see how that goes. All right, so I'm not going to do a swirl or anything in the middle. I'm just going to leave it. I do need to pop some bubbles though. Set the place on fire. They are alcohol inks, so you know, they contain flammable liquids. All right, let me get my gloves off and bring it down, and we'll have a little look. Now, I don't know whether this was the right idea. Now I've got orange blobs. I don't know. You try these new things and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work. Now, wonder, I hope they're going to bloom. They look as if they're going to bloom. She might do a drop of apricot in the middle of this little guy. I forgot about him. I do a little bit more actually. Put you back on the tripod. Put you back on the tripod. I don't know whether that's going to show. I'm going to actually just put a little bit more in between these, just so that we don't get that, what looks like a blob with nothing in between. I thought they would spread more, but I guess the resin's at the stage where it's warming, it's thickening, and it doesn't really want to spread anymore. If I got my heat gun out and warmed the resin, it would, it would spread more, but I just want to leave it and see what it does. Oops. I'm just going to fill in these little areas between my drops because they didn't spread, and we'll see how that goes. Now the little areas of sort of white in the middle, that's fine. I like that. And I've got a tiny bit of stone poking through. It's obviously a big piece of stone. All right, now I can get you back down again. I think it's blooming, you guys. They look as if they're spreading. So we'll just see what happens, hey? I mean, if you wanted to, you could get your stick and, pull through and things like that. But let's just wait and see what it does, hey? Because I always pull the stick through, but let's just wait and see what happens. So I will see you all a little later on when it's time to unmold, and hopefully they look pretty. So see you soon. Hey guys, it's the next day, bright and early, and these have set up. We'll get them out. It's very blue. I was kind of hoping I'd get the darker blue around the outside, or teal around the outside, and then more clear in the middle, but we may still do that. My little heart, it hasn't bloomed by the looks of it. I may have, because it was so little, I may have drizzled in like my little lines too thin. If you do them too thin, they don't spread. You need to do them really thick. But on a little piece like that, it's really hard doing a really thick piece, like really thick piping. Right, I'll have a look at that. But oh, it's kind of cute, but yeah, not a keeper. Chuck him. All right, I think I'll move these out of the way just so that my camera knows what to focus on. All right, and let me get my piece of black card just in case. It's nice to have it for the reveals, just so that you can see the bloom properly, because these are see-through. All right, let's just do that. And oh my gosh, hope they've worked. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Wow. You can see a little bit of the orange. Can't see a lot of orange. I don't know whether the black little crushed glass is of any benefit in the center. It kind of hides the blobs. All right, so that's it without the black. That's it with some white behind it. I don't think it needs anything behind it, actually. I think it looks really pretty just like that, doesn't it? What do you think? Yeah, I don't think it needs the black. I think it detracts. So just like that. All right, so that's that one. I guess they're going to be all the same. Oops, I've got stuff on my board. Now the center hasn't bloomed very well. I'm just wondering if you can see the difference between the center and the outside. So I've either made my center lines too thin and they haven't spread, or my resin wasn't quite thick enough because it was quite cold in here, so it's kind of dropped down. So it's probably could be the reason why. Still pretty though. All right, and another one. Yep, same. Dirty. Let's see that one there. See, that one hasn't really spread. They don't move very much in the center because the outside, the resin moves to the middle, but the middle is already in the middle, so it doesn't really move a lot. But I'm just wondering if my resin was a little bit too cold and has just dropped in the center there. Could be. Either that or I could have put more white in the middle and it's got too heavy. There's a lot of reasons why things don't work in resin. But see, there's a big blob there, so it's probably a little bit too thin still. There you go. Put them here. Oops, can we see them all? No, probably not. I'll bring you down so that you can have a closer look at them. But that was fun. I enjoyed doing that. I like the shape, the wiggly sort of wavy shape. It sort of centers your eye to the middle there. But you guys let me know what you think of them. My camera is picking them up as more blue, but they are teal. My camera always shows greens as blue. I don't know why. But there you go. So I didn't quite get the orange look that I was going for. A little bit of orange, but not much, because I didn't really bring the orange through the blue like with the stick, so that's why it's just sort of concentrated in the middle there. But they're really pretty. I like them. And I love that wave. Definitely going to do that again. Let me know what you think of them, and I will see you real soon for the next video. All right, take care guys. Love you all. Bye for now.